So in previous video session we have discussed about the introduction of fiber reinforced cement composites, material used for fiber reinforced material, and in that matrix material and reinforcing material. So today we'll go through the different reinforcing materials, that is nothing but different fibers which we use to prepare the fiber reinforced concrete. Okay, so in that first one is metallic fiber. Metallic fibers are either made out from carbon steel or stainless steel. So the metallic fibers either made out of carbon steel or stainless steel, and the tensile strength of this metallic fiber ranges from 345 MPa to 1380 MPa. The tensile strength of this metallic fiber ranges from 345 MPa to 1380 MPa, and the modulus of elasticity of this metallic fiber is about 200 GPa, that is 200 gigapascal. The fiber cross section may be circular, rectangular, or crescent shape or irregular shaped. The most common steel fibers are round in cross section with diameter ranging from 0.4 mm to 8 mm. 0.4 mm to 0.8 mm. The diameter ranging from 0.4 mm to 0.8 mm, and the length is ranging from 25 mm to 60 mm. The length of the metallic fiber ranging from 25 mm to 60 mm is most used, and the aspect ratio is generally less than 100 with the common range of 40 to 80. The common range of aspect ratio is that is 40 to 80. Aspect ratio is nothing but L by D, that is length by diameter. So that is common of the aspect ratio is common generally less than 100 with the common range of 40 to 80. Some of the different shapes of fibers used in practice are round and straight steel fibers, and in order to increase the bond strength, the fibers have been intended, that is crimped fibers, hooked at the ends, enlarged at the ends. Here you can see these are the hooked fibers, and these are the hooked fibers which are enlarged at the ends. So these type of fibers used to increase the bond strength. Usually we won't get that increased bond strength in a straight fibers. Okay, and fibers are produced from wires that have been shaved down in the steel wool making process, and such fibers have a crescent shape. You can see this one we call it as crescent shape, which is having a shape of like arc or not in straight. Okay, that is what crescent shape. So these type of fibers we can get from the wires that have been shaved down in the steel wool making process. In that process we can get this crescent shaped cross section of fibers, and the fibers have irregular surfaces with the crescent shaped cross section. These cross section, that is the crescent shaped fibers have the irregular surface which increase the bond strength in the concrete or in the matrix mix material. So next is this is about metallic fiber, and next we'll go through the polymeric fibers. So polymeric fibers are byproduct of the petrochemical and textile industries. So these polymeric fibers are byproduct of petrochemical or textile industries. The fiber types have been explored for use in cement paste matrix are alkaline, agamide, nylon, polyester, that is nylon, polyester, polyethylene, and polypropylene. So nowadays polypropylene fiber is one of the most using fiber. So even though these fibers have reasonably high tensile strength, but the modulus of elasticity of these fibers is quite low. So these fibers have the high tensile strength but have the quite less modulus of elasticity. Fibers that contain at least 85% by weight of acrylonitrile are classified as acrylic fibers. Fibers that contain at least 85% by weight of acrylonitrile are classified as acrylic fibers. Nylon was one of the first of the polymer fibers to be included in the cement-based mattresses. So nylon was the one of the first polymer fibers which is included in the cement-based mattresses. So when used in small volumes, that is less than 1% volume fraction of composite, it has been found to be reduce the flexural strength of composite. So when the polymer is used less than 1%, that is nylon is used less than 1% of the composite, so it has been found that the flexural strength is reducing. Okay, flexural the reduced flexural and strength in the composite. So compared with other polymeric fibers, aramid fiber have the higher tensile strength and modulus of elasticity, and hence they can enhance the mechanical properties like tensile strength and above the tensile strength and bending strength of the composite. So these aramid fibers have the high tensile strength and modulus of elasticity, so they can improve the mechanical properties of the cement concrete. Okay, and the primary limitations for their use in concrete is high cost as compared to other fiber. The primary limitations of these aramid fiber is that is it is having the high cost as compared to other fiber. So next is mineral fibers. Mineral fibers, the glass fiber is one of the most commonly used mineral fiber. In mineral fiber, glass fiber is one of the most commonly used mineral fiber. The glass fibers has the silica based glass. The glass fiber having the silica based glass compounds that contain several metal oxides, which contains the several metal oxides which can tailor the manufacture, that is different types of glass. So by containing that several metal oxides, the manufacturer can produce the different type of glass. So these fibers relatively high tensile strength and modulus of elasticity as compared to polymeric fibers. These glass fibers have the high tensile strength and modulus of elasticity as compared to polymeric fiber. So furthermore, they are quite economical and hence are most commonly used fibers for structural applications. So as compared to polymeric fiber, these glass fibers having the less cost, so that's why it is most commonly used in the structural applications. In the initial stages, borosilicate glass fiber, that is called as E-glass, and the soda lime silica glass fiber, that is A-glass, were employed to reinforce the cement based composite. Initial stages, this E-glass and A-glass were employed to reinforce the cement based composites. Since both the E and A-glass fibers were found in lose their strength property in the alkaline environment, so in the alkaline environment, these A-glass and E-glass found to be lose their strength property when it is used in cement based composite, that is where the pH is greater or equal to 12.5. So the need for alkali resistant fibers resulted in the development of alkali resistant glass. To the need for alkali resistant fibers, that is which are losing their strength in the alkali environment, so they are started to develop the alkali resistant fibers, so that are called as alkali resistant glass, AR glass. So those type of glass fibers are called as alkali resistant glass, those are AR glass, so which does not lose their strength property in the alkaline environment. So next we'll go through the natural fibers. Since many parts of the world, man-made fibers like steel or polymer or mineral fibers are not available, so the manufacturer manufacturing the number, that is the different types of fibers, but although these are not available at all the places, so attempts have been made to incorporate naturally occurring fibers, so that's why they are trying to get the naturally available fibers extracted from the plants in the cement based composites, which are naturally available means which are extracted from the plants. plants, different plants. A unique aspect of these fibers is the low energy needed for their extraction. When you are extracting these fibers from plants, so there will be less energy needed na. So a major problem in the use of these fibers in cement or concrete matrix is that they disintegrate in the alkali environment. So the major problem of these fibers is they disintegrate in the alkaline environment, and hence durability of the composite in a matter of concern. So when so that's why durability of the composite or the that concrete is matter of concern here, because they are in alkaline environment, they disintegrate, they tend to disintegrate. So since these fibers are economical, attempts have made to overcome the problem of durability. So either by use of admixtures in concrete to reduce its alkalinity, or by protecting the fibers by some special treatment. Why? Because these natural fibers are economical, that is less in cost as compared to that is mineral fibers or polypropylene fibers. So that's why they have made attempts to overcome the problem of durability by using admixtures in concrete, or by using some special treatment to protect the fibers from alkaline environment. So some of the natural fibers used in Portland cement composite are aquara, bamboo, coconut, that is coir, jute, sisal, sugarcane bagasse, wood and elephant grass. So even though these fibers are sufficiently strong in tension, their modulus of elasticity is quite low. So these fibers are strong in tension, but modulus of elasticity of these fibers is quite low. So aquara is the fiber which is extracted from a vegetable plant stem. So aquara is a fiber which is extracted from a vegetable plant stem, which is grown in a large quantities in Nigeria. So this aquara fiber is which is grown in a large quantities in Nigeria. They are found to be durable in the alkaline environment and dimensionally stable under alternate wetting and drying conditions. So the main advantage of this aquara fiber is they are durable in alkaline environment, and also they are dimensionally stable in the situations like drying and wetting conditions. So next one is bamboo fibers have tendency to absorb the water. You all know the bamboo has the tendency to absorb the water, so which adversely affect on the bonding between fiber and matrix during the curing stage. So fibers extracted from the coconut are called as coir. Coir fibers are short in length and are found to be sensitive to moisture change. So these coconut, the fibers which are extracted from coconut are called as coir. These coir fibers are sensitive to the moisture change. And next is elephant grass. Elephant grass fibers are extracted from the elephant grass stems, which grows up to a height of 3 meters. That's why it is called as elephant grass. The stem are packed with the tough sharp fibers bonded together with lignin. Okay, and the extraction of elephant glass fiber is difficult, but they are stable under varying moisture conditions and alkali resistance. So as they are having the height of 3 meters, the extraction of these elephant grass is quite difficult, but they are stable under again drying moisture conditions and alkali resistance. The wood fiber constitute a major portion of natural fibers used in concrete. So wood fibers are the major natural fiber which is used in the concrete. These fibers have high tensile strength and Young's modulus, and process of extraction is very well developed. So wood fibers having the high tensile strength and also have the high modulus, Young's modulus, and the process of extraction is also well developed in this wood fibers. The process of extracting fibers from wood is called pulping. The process of extracting the fibers from wood is called pulping, and the process can be mechanical. That process can be done mechanical, chemical or semi-chemical. Next is carbon fibers. Carbon fibers are the most expensive of all the fibers discussed till now. Yes, this one is the most expensive fiber. This is due to increased cost of their manufacturing process, as well as increased cost of raw materials required for their manufacture. So cost is expensive because there is the because of manufacturing process, and as well as the materials which are required for the manufacturing process. That's why these carbon fibers are very high in cost. That is nothing but expensive. Carbon fibers have high strength and modulus compared to that of steel fibers. So these are having the high strength and the modulus as compared to that of steel fibers. They are relatively inert to alkali environment, and their specific gravity is about 1.9. Inert to means they are relatively inert to alkali environment. That is, they are not readily react with the alkali environment. So that's why these are having the high strength, and their specific gravity is about 1.9. So hence they are used to make special products requiring high tensile strength and flexural strength and light in weight. So hence, even though expensive in cost, but these are used where the special requirement of high tensile and special requirement in high tensile strength and flexural strength and light in weight. In that case, this is used. Current manufacturing technologies use polycrylonitrile, that is PAN. In short, it is called as PAN, and rayon, that is regenerated cellulose, and pitch as the starting materials. The current manufacturing technologies use this PAN, rayon and pitch as the starting materials. PAN based carbon fibers have the good properties but are high in cost. That is polycrylonitrile have the these are based on carbon fibers but have the good properties but high in cost. These PAN based carbon fibers have the good properties but high in cost. Pitch based carbon fibers are more economical, but their mechanical properties are poorer than PAN based carbon fibers, but still higher than polymeric and natural fibers. These are less in mechanical properties. These are less than PAN. The pitch based carbon fibers are less than PAN based carbon fibers, but higher than the natural and polymeric fibers. Then PAN based carbon fibers have a modulus and tensile strength of 300 GPa to 5200 MPa respectively. Whereas pitch based carbon fibers have modulus and strength is about 160 GPa and 1400 GPa respectively. Okay, this is about carbon fibers. Thank you. So in today's class we have discussed about mineral fibers, natural fibers, carbon fibers, okay, and metallic fibers, and also polymeric fibers. Thank you.